Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. I am HPay2 here with you on the Echo Master League. Tonight, I have with me, for the first time in the caster's booth, Skullflame, and as always on our cameras is the wonderful Trod. We have a nice little high-level diamond matchup for you tonight. Spring Break versus Milk2. Skull, how you feeling about this one?
I'm feeling pretty good about this match. These teams are in top five of the league, so it's gonna be very high paced, uh, fast paced game. I'm excited. I'm excited for this game.
I bet. Yeah, we got a few new people joining our casting team, and Skullflame is the first one to jump up here. So we are very excited to get this match rolling and get some more casts out for everyone. And we're just waiting on those ready ups from our teams. I just heard one of those, and we should be getting going shortly. Looks like we got those going in, so we should be starting here. Skullflame, you want to lead us off?
Sure thing. So, neutral joust. And blue team gets a headbutt. Speedy with the disc. Pass it down to El Nubo. El Nubo gets a shot, bounces,
Ooh.
and it's in. Good shot from Nubo. 17 meters. What a goal.
Very nice start and quick to get us started off. Gonna see how Milk2 decides to respond to that. Already an early 3 I would like to add as well. See how that plays out. Going to see Silent Echo take that right off the bat. JMB gonna have that, sending it over to Paranim. Paranim getting a nice smooth pass up over to Akon. Akon is going to find that pass on the bottom there over to Paranim. Paranim getting a little bit of pressure from Tech Error, maybe, backing it up, and is going to, oh, maybe not quite find a pass. Does manage to get it, but it is lost and stunned. Tech Error recovers that. Holding on to it now, just pushing it up the field a little bit. Ooh, nice interception from Paranim. Paranim, now back in control of that disc, is just going to try to draw out that pressure. Akon has that, maybe moving to the bubble a little bit now. And is going to go for the shot.
Oh.
It does look like El Nubo grabbed that, but that ends up being a self-goal, maybe a little bit of a Chicago there. But that's 2 for Milk2.
Orange on the joust. First defensive joust of the game. Looks like Nubo has the disc. Waiting patiently down to Speedy. Speedy holding on. Back to Noob on Bowtie. Over in Trap. Speedy with the disc. Noob walking it downfield. Tries to get a pass off. Tech to Noob. Passing to Speedy on double diamond. Up into top trench. Tech with the disc. To Noob. Can he get the 2? He does. Good passing play and bubble from Noob and Tech.
Very nice pass work indeed. At 3 is probably looking very nice for Spring Break right now, getting that early lead to keep that point deficit. You can see maybe a Joust here coming out a little slow out of the tunnel, but does still keep possession. A little bit of stack pressure attempted from Spring Break there, and is going to pull through as Zatashi, just before getting stunned, does manage to throw that into the Milk2 bubble, and nobody is there to get back to it in time. A free 3-pointer coming in for Spring Break, bringing out that point deficit to 6 points.
Got a defensive joust. Echo with the disc, QB. Down left tunnel to JMB. The defensive stack getting very close there. Back to Echo. Let's see. He's walking it downfield. Down to JMB. JMB walking it, trying to get a pass off. He gets it off. Silent Echo in the bubble. Very dangerous here. Can he get the goal? He does not. Get stunned out. Passes back to Echo. Oh. Very good steal attempt there. They cleared out. Not very well. Good stun there from Orange. Satoshi with the disc. See if he gets it clear. He does. Not quite in though. Speedy with the disc. Blue gets back. Speedy with the 2. Very good goal. Good pressure from both teams there.
Spring Break really taking the lead right now, just managing to keep getting that disc possession, getting it over into the Milk2 side before they can do too much about it. Gonna see how they respond to that one more time with another rollout here. Silent Echo is gonna move that over to Akon. Akon seeing a little bit of pressure, moving that over to JMB. JMB passing that over to Paranim, but it's missed. Oh no! Noob is going to recover that, try to get the clear out, does make its way. See whose stat comes back first, and it's going to be Zatashi, who's going to go for the 3, but off the ring. That's not going to happen. Tech Air tries to get that pass, does manage to get that over to Speedy off of the shield. Going to pass it back on that backboard to Zatashi, but there are too many people in goal and too many heads to hit. Speedy does manage to get that one more time, goes in. Silent Echo does grab the disc, but it still lands in the goal anyway. That is another 2 points for Spring Break. We're sitting at 10 points difference right now.
Late the game. 10 point. It's pretty treacherous, but they still might have time to come back. Silent Echo with the disc, walking it down, passes it to JMB. JMB passes through tunnel. Crossover to Akon. Akon has the disc. Back to station. Looking for a pass here. BD getting very close and aggressive. Akon to JMB. JMB gets stunned out in the bubble. Speedy clears it out, but it does not go through. Akon passing this Echo. But Speedy gets the steal. Clears it out to blue side. Tech Arrow with the disc. Can he get the 3? He does. Giving them a 13-point lead.
I want to say, I think Milk2's offensive game is great. They know how to play slow, they know how to find those pass opportunities, but Spring Break's defense and their turnaround into making that an offense play is just so good and so fast, I think. It is really just cutting into them right now, at least in this first round here. JMB is going to make a quick play, though, trying to find a pass down to Paranim, but I may have jinxed it a little bit after talking about them passes, as that pass did not quite make it. Spring Break going to try to make a little bit of a clear out, though, but it bounces around a bit. Silent Echo manages to get that once more. Akon has that, passes it to Silent Echo before getting stunned out. Over to JMB. JMB holding onto that a little bit. Just trying to maintain possession right now, not lose the disc, but we might be losing the disc as Silent Echo gets stunned. Speedy is going to have that, moving it down and clearing it into Milk2's zone, but Silent Echo and JMB are waiting for it. Still going to end up on their side, though, as people keep getting possession and getting stunned immediately. Zatashi has another shot here, and they're going to try to go off the backboard, but not quite yet. Paranim is going to have that, make sure that that disc finally gets out, and it's going to end up in Spring Break's zone. Speedy has that, though, and is going to send it straight back where it came from. Bounce around now. Spring Break has possession. Zatashi, once again, spreading out for the pass plays here. Going to make a speedy pass over to Noob, but maybe going to miss that shot just a little bit. Back into the bubble, Noob has another shot, crossing over to Speedy, who has a very speedy 17 meter per second throw, and is going to land another 2 points for Spring Break here.
15 points is quite the gap here. 2 minutes left in the round. Blue with the joust advantage. Echo gets the disc, passing it to JMB. JMB looking for a pass. He does not connect it. Akon with the disc. Tries to shoot it. Tech gets the save. Tech clears it downfield. Akon with the disc. Ooh. Bounces out of his hand. Oh my goodness. Zatashi with the 3. We might be looking at a very specific word.
is possible that there may be a very magic word coming up in 2 points, but there's a minute and 30 left on the clock, and I think Milk2 would
Very
very much
true.
like that to not happen. But we're gonna see how they play that here, as JMB is gonna make a very swift pass over to Paranim, who's moving very quickly in the bubble. Beautiful save coming in from Zatashi. It's gonna try to get the clear out, but it ends up back in the hands of Akon. Gonna try to make a pass over to JMB, but maybe a little too quick on the arm, as it ends up being, after a turnover, cleared all the way back into Milk2's zone. Akon and Paranim have another chance at this here. Gonna clear that into the spring break zone. I believe that was Akon that got that for a sec before getting stun and stolen from. Once again in the Milk2 zone. JMB tries to get that down, but awkward bounce off the geometry. Ends up being Noob who grabs that, as every player is spraying out to either offend or defend here. Gonna be another clear back into the spring break zone. Into the bubble, JMB with a potentially open shot, but missed right under the goal. Paranim makes sure it happens finally, though. Once again, finally scoring another 2 points for the team.
Holding off here. Beautiful goal by Paranim in the bubble. Orange with the joust advantage. 20 seconds left in the round. Headbutt left tunnel. Paranim with the disc. Gonna look to dribble. Oh, intercepted, but Echo catches the interception throw. Beautiful shot by Akon in the bubble. 20-6 first round.
Very, very good first round. My. Spring break with the quite crazy lead up until the very end there, I must say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think again, it really just came to spring break had a very tough defense and again, those just turnarounds into those offensive plays were, I think, quite rough to come back from just again and again, as Milk2 would try to score, get into the bubble, and either there would be a small error like a missed pass or something that they would just turn around on a dime and turn into another 2 or even 3 points a few times in there.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that. Spring Break's offense is just chewing through Milk2's defense right now. Hopefully they can work on it and get back and coordinate and maybe get a chance in round 2. But Spring Break is just aggressive and fast paced, and they're playing really great. Both teams are playing amazing. But Spring Break just has that upper hand as of right now. First round advantage.
Absolutely, that advantage is and can be a very big deal, though we did see Milk2 get a little bit of momentum with a couple of goals right there in the end, so maybe that gives them the motivation to bring this into the second round. As we start off with our neutral joust, it's going to be Spring Break with the headbutt, is going to bounce around. All the teams trying to get it here. Going to be Zatashi who ends up getting that, sending it quickly over to Nuvo, over to Speedy with beautiful pass work with a very early 3. I have to imagine that was quite coordinated.
That was indeed a very good passing play. Very quick rip of a 3 in the beginning of the round. Blue with the joust advantage. Echo with the disc, pass it to Akon. Akon tries to do a cross pass, does not get through. Zatashi with the disc, catched by Echo. Gets a bounce clear. Paranim with the disc. Zatashi very close and tries to get a shot off, does not connect. Speedy with the disc, tries to clear it out. Right into the hands of JMB. JMB looking for a pass here. He's walking, gets it off, tries to pass to Echo. Cleared by Orange. Paranim with the disc, getting pressured. Down to Echo. Echo taking his time here, looking for a pass. Pass to Paranim. Paranim tries to get a cut pass, does not connect. Akon. Speedy with the disc, clears it downfield into Milk2's territory. Echo gets the disc, passes it to JMB. JMB clears it, dribbles. JMB walking here, trying to pass to Echo. But Speedy is just too quick with his stack, clears it downfield. Akon gets the disc, passes to JMV. JMV passes left tunnel to Paranim. Paranim is in danger. They stun each other out. It's floating. Satoshi has the disc, clears it right into JMV's hand. JMV passes to Akon. Akon, avoiding Satoshi, resets to station. Tries to get a pass off the nest. Disc is just floating. Speedy gets the stack with tech error, and he shoots a 3 from half court. My goodness. What a goal by Speedy.
What we've come to see. Beautiful, beautiful shot from Speedy, we'll say. But that is another 3 points up for Spring Breaks, and 6-0 coming up on 3 minutes into this second round. Let's see if Milk2 can maybe finally get a response here after the momentum that they've been pushing, but the pass plays have just not been quite hitting as consistently, perhaps. But maybe that will change here as Paranim has that disc. It's going to be everyone going for it on that one. Going to be JMB moving into the bubble, and it's going to be them sending it in for the 2, getting the first goal for Milk2 in this round, trying to bring that deficit just a little bit closer.
Cut it back to 4 with that good goal for the 2. Orange with the joust. Looks like Noob has the disc. He's looking for passes. Passes it to Satoshi. Satoshi walking it down. Trying to get a pass off. Tries to pass across. It does not connect. Paranim with the disc. You might be able to shoot it here. Does not make it. Akon trying to get a shot off as well, but it does not work out. Echo with the disc, slaps it towards JMB. JMB passes to Akon. Akon passes back to Echo. Playing a bubble play here. What a save by Noob. Clears it downfield. They have stacks going, chasing that disc. Echo clears it out to Paranim. Paranim has red. He does not get a pass off. Speedy clears it over to Satoshi. Satoshi tries to clear it out. It does not go. Noob with the disc. JMB headbutts it. Paranim trying to look for a clear. JMB has it. Passes to Akon. Akon gets a clear, just barely out of tunnel. Speedy with the disc. Clears it, does not catch it there. Noob gets 50. Good pass to JMB. JMB clears it into Spring Break's territory. It looks like Spring Break did not get it. Pass to JMB. Cutting into Paranim. Paranim gets the 2, cutting that deficit down to 2. Close game we have here.
Very close indeed. Milk2 is bringing that momentum on, and both teams are fighting quite fiercely to get those goals now. I mean, not that they weren't before, of course, but Milk2 is indeed putting their game face on. But we'll see how Spring Break handles that, as Satoshi is going to send that speedily over to Speedy. Gonna be just sitting around in that trap area, though, trying to draw out that stack pressure from Milk2, and that is going to work as they send it to their own stack. Tech Air is going to send that over, looks like directly into the logo on the ground there, but almost has it here. Nubo does manage to recover that disc from, I believe, Akon that was. Speedy is going to send that up over to Tech Air on clock. Pass over, little baton pass over to El Nubo there, who ends up sending it over to Speedy, and Speedy locking in the 2-pointer. Some quite interesting work happening here.
It was quite the pass, but it worked out. They got their lead up to 4 again. 3 minutes, 34 left in the round. Milk2 does have a fighting chance, and I would like to see them go into round 3. Akon clears it downfield, gets intercepted by Tech Air, who clears it all the way down. Speedy with the disc. Passes to Tech. Tech gets stunned out. Akon slaps it, but does not get cleared out very well. Looks like Tech will have it. Clears it all over to Noob. Noob passes it to Speedy. It looks like they're going to go for a cut play. Good save by Echo. Noob with the disc again. Passes the clock. Speedy gets the goal. 10-4. Good passing play from Spring Break there.
Very good stuff. Let's see. Spring Break still holding their lead here fiercely as usual. I think Milk2 has maybe, I don't know if it's the nerves or what is getting to them a little bit, but sometimes their passes are just not quite hitting. JMB, maybe I'm going to jinx it here as JMB makes it over to Paranim. Does bounce off of, I think, someone's head there. A little bit unclear, honestly. Nuvo does end up stealing that right from under Milk2's feet, though. And Nuvo is going to push that forward into their zone. They do have a stack down there ready to make a shot. Maybe making a shot, but off of that geometry, that is not going to work for them. Silent Echo is going to get the clear out, but Tech Air is waiting and ready for it. It's going to bounce around back into their zone. Paranim right on top of that, right again, though. Another interception, sending it into Spring Break side one more time. The stacks are getting together. Akon and JMB right on top of it are going to go for the goal, but Spring Break stack is is faster and is going to save that. Beautiful save, and it is going to end up in Milk2 zone one more time. Akon has that stunned out again. Nubo might have a chance here. Is going to go in around the goal for the 2, bringing them by another 2 points. We are either approaching, or I believe we may actually be at mathematical time here.
Very good goal. Good dunk from Noob there, giving them an 8-point lead. Headbutt from Blue, from Milk2 there. Saved by Satoshi. Satoshi clears it to Speedy. Speedy and Noob have a stack. They clear it downfield. Speedy with the 3, making it 15. Very good goal from them.
Very good stuff again. And I'm going to go ahead and say for sure we are at mathematical time at this point, but Milk2 maybe still be able to close that gap a little bit closer. Get the momentum going for next time. It is going to lead off with a headbutt on their joust advantage here. Going to see how they take that. Speedy ends up recovering that, though, as it bounces quite ironically back into Milk2's zone here. Bounce around the bubble a little bit here. Nubo has that disc one more time, crossing it over to Tech Air, sending it in for another 2 here.
Very good goal to end the game. That bubble offense is just deadly, and it strikes and strikes hard, man. Good game. Very good game from both teams.
Very good work indeed, and that's going to be 17-4 in favor of Spring Break, who takes this in 2 rounds. Yeah, I have to agree. Very, very good work from both teams. I think Spring Break just was able to pull ahead a bit. Their offense and defense, very good, and just being able to turn around those plays again one more time. I think Spring Break may have just had their coordination a little bit more locked in than Milk2 this time around, and I think that let them pull ahead quite a bit further. But with that, that has been our match. You got anything else to say about this one before we go?
I believe that both teams absolutely did their best. Milk2 was just, I don't know if it was nerves, but they were playing very good offense, and their defense was just getting, I'm trying to think of correct wording here. Spring Break was just going through their defense. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say.
Oh, hang on. I'm getting breaking news. Hang on.
Breaking news.
Please hold. I'm getting told we have a match in 5 minutes. Skullflame, do you want to do a match in 5 minutes?
Sure.
Okay, I was going to say that is our night, but Suddenly, we have another match in 5 minutes, so we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Thank you.